Listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you will either set you free or break your heart. You've been told your entire life that if you love him hard enough, give enough, sacrifice enough, he will be loyal to you. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Men are not loyal to the things you do for them. They can enjoy your cooking, your care, your affection, your devotion, and still walk away. Because a man's loyalty is not built on what you give. It's built on what he feels in your presence. And if that truth unsettles you, good. Because it means you're finally ready to understand the psychology that no one dares to say out loud. You've seen women bend until they break. They clean up his mess, defend him to family, finance his dreams, even sacrifice their own peace just to keep him. And yet, he leaves. He walks straight into the arms of another woman who hasn't done half the things you've done for him. And you stand there asking yourself, why wasn't I enough? The answer is not that you weren't enough. The answer is that you were giving him the wrong currency. A man isn't loyal to what you do. He's loyal to how he feels when he's around you. If you're constantly overgiving, mothering, or fixing him, he doesn't feel desire. He feels comfort. And comfort doesn't keep a man's loyalty. It keeps him lazy, complacent, detached. Men crave intensity. They are addicted to challenge, to respect, to the mystery of not fully owning something. What keeps a man tethered to one woman is not her devotion. It's the way she makes him feel alive, respected, and just a little bit afraid of losing her. And here's where women get trapped. You think giving more will earn more. But in male psychology, the opposite is true. The more you overgive, the less he values it. Men are loyal to one thing only: the emotions they experience in your presence. Not the dinners you cook, not the money you lend, not the endless forgiveness, just the way his soul reacts when you walk into the room. And if that doesn't make you rethink every relationship you've ever had, you're not listening closely enough. Let me tell you something that most women never want to accept. A man can love the way you treat him and still not be loyal to you. He can enjoy your softness, your attention, your body, your comfort, and still not claim you as his forever. Why? Because men are wired differently. Their loyalty doesn't belong to acts. It belongs to emotional impact. If a man feels respect, admiration, and magnetic attraction around you, that becomes the drug he can't put down. And when he doesn't, no amount of sacrifices can keep him from wandering. Think about it. How many times have you seen a man leave a woman who gave him everything for a woman who gave him almost nothing but her energy, her aura, her presence? That isn't coincidence. That's male psychology. Men are hunters by nature. They don't stay loyal because you made life easy for them. They stay loyal because you made life meaningful for them. And meaning comes from emotions, not effort. Here's the mistake most women make. They confuse effort with influence. You cook, you clean, you support, you solve problems, you stretch yourself thin, believing it will prove your worth. But men don't bond through effort. They bond through emotion. A man doesn't sit in silence years later, remembering how many times you stayed up late, fixing his mistakes. He remembers how you made him feel when he looked into your eyes. He remembers if he felt respected as a man. He remembers if your presence challenged him to rise or allowed him to sink. That's what anchors loyalty. Do you want to know the real reason men get bored? It's not because you're not pretty enough. It's not because you're not giving enough. It's because he no longer feels something powerful in your presence. The loyalty slips away the moment he feels he has nothing to lose. That's why the women who keep men loyal aren't the ones doing the most. They're the ones being the most, being magnetic, being feminine yet firm, being unpredictable enough to keep his soul awake. You must understand, men are not loyal to good women. They are loyal to the emotional world those women create. And once you grasp that, you stop giving blindly and start creating wisely. Because loyalty isn't earned by effort, it's commanded by presence. There's a dangerous lie that ruins women. If you're the perfect partner, he'll never leave. That belief is poison, because it makes you overfunction, over-sacrifice, and over-invest in a man who may never truly value you. The truth is, perfection doesn't keep a man. In fact, perfection often bores him. What keeps him is polarity, the tension between admiration and desire, respect and mystery. Men need to feel pulled, not carried. And when you take on the role of proving, fixing, or endlessly serving, you remove the one thing that holds his loyalty, the spark of uncertainty. Men do not remain loyal because they're comfortable. They remain loyal because they're captivated. Comfort is what they enjoy when they're tired. Captivation is what they crave when they're alive. And you, as a woman, must choose which one you'll embody. Will you be the soft landing that he takes for granted, or the unforgettable presence that he fears losing? That choice decides whether his loyalty is temporary or unshakable. Think of the women who never chase, never beg, never over-explain. They walk away when disrespected. They glow in their own skin. They create lives that feel full, with or without a man. What happens? Men orbit them. Men compete for them. Men stay loyal, not because those women give the most, but because they make a man feel the most. That's the secret you were never supposed to know. Male psychology thrives on value perception. If he feels that you value yourself, he values you. If he feels you have standards, he rises to meet them. But if he feels you'll lower your worth just to keep him, he knows he can play with your loyalty without risking his. And here's the hardest part. When you make him your world, he makes you an option. But when you make yourself your world, he fights to stay in it. You cannot keep a man loyal by drowning him in devotion. You keep him loyal by becoming unforgettable. And unforgettable doesn't mean doing, it means being. Being strong, being soft, being a woman who doesn't crumble at the thought of losing him. That emotional gravity is what chains his loyalty to you. Not your sacrifices, but your essence. Let me reveal something raw. Men are not as complicated as you think, but they are far more primal than you've been told. Their psychology is built around one thing: emotion-driven attachment. He doesn't attach to logic. He doesn't attach to reasoning. He doesn't attach to the long list of things you've done for him. He attaches to how he feels when he thinks about you. And if those feelings are flat, predictable, or ordinary, no amount of giving will secure his loyalty. Have you ever wondered why a man can cheat on the most devoted woman with someone he barely knows? It's because in that moment, he wasn't chasing better. He was chasing different. Different made him feel something: adrenaline, desire, novelty. Does that mean you need to constantly reinvent yourself to keep him loyal? No. It means you need to understand that men are loyal to stimulation, not service. They are loyal to the woman who can make them feel both respected and ignited, secure and challenged. But here's where most women collapse. They give away their mystery too soon. They hand over their boundaries. They reveal their entire soul without him earning it. And once there's no chase, no challenge, no sense of discovery, the man starts looking outward for that feeling again. Loyalty to him is not about gratitude. It's about desire mixed with fear. Fear of losing a woman who knows her value. Fear of never finding that same energy again. A man may respect your kindness, but he'll only stay loyal if he respects your standards. That's the unspoken truth. You can love him deeply, but if you love him more than you love yourself, he senses it, and he withdraws. Men aren't drawn to women who make themselves small to fit his comfort. They're drawn to women who expand, who radiate, who make him feel like he must grow just to keep up with her light. And let me be clear. You don't keep a man's loyalty by competing with other women. You keep it by standing so firmly in your worth that comparison doesn't even exist. When he knows that losing you means losing an energy he will never replicate, that's when loyalty stops being a choice and starts being his instinct. So here is the truth that most women spend years learning the hard way. A man's loyalty has almost nothing to do with your sacrifices, and everything to do with your self-respect. He doesn't stay because you're the easiest option. He stays because you're the rarest one. And rarity doesn't come from pleasing him endlessly. It comes from living a life that makes him realize he can never replace you. Ask yourself this: are you showing up as a woman who is terrified of losing him, or as a woman who knows she cannot be lost? Men are wired to sense the difference. When you cling, when you beg, when you overgive, his instincts whisper, "She'll never leave." And the second he believes that, your value begins to fade in his eyes. But when you show him, through your actions, your standards, your energy, that you can and will walk away from anything that insults your worth, something changes. Suddenly, he respects you. Suddenly, he chooses you. Suddenly, loyalty is not about convenience. It's about fear of losing what makes him feel alive. This is why men will risk everything for women who are not perfect, but unforgettable. It's why the woman who knows her boundaries, who commands respect, who never lowers her standards, becomes the woman men stay loyal to, even when temptation surrounds them. Because deep down, a man's greatest loyalty is to the feeling of elevation. He will never abandon the woman who makes him rise, who ignites his masculine pride, and who reminds him that love without respect is worthless. So remember this: stop exhausting yourself trying to prove your worth. He doesn't stay because of what you do. He stays because of what you are. Be the woman who shifts his world, not the one who bends over backward to hold it together. Because in the end, men don't care about the countless things you've done for them. They care about the unshakable presence you bring into their lives. That's the one thing they stay loyal to. Now I want to ask you something personal. Do you believe men are more loyal to comfort or to the fear of losing a powerful woman? Drop your answer in the comments. I want to hear your truth. And if this message spoke to you, like this video, subscribe for more insights and share it with a friend who desperately needs to hear this today.